What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Not So Pro Fantasy Football Talk. I'm super excited. Tomorrow we got some football. We have another early game tomorrow. It's just kind of weird to me, just waking up early. I kind of like it too because I'm off Sundays. I wake up, going to get myself a cold brew and of coffee. I like cold brew coffee as well. And football's on. Football's on already. No waiting. But how does your routine look like for Sundays, Reed?
For Sundays, usually roll out of bed around 8 o'clock. If I'm able to, I'll go to church. As soon as I get home, turn on NFL Red Zone and just watch all day long.
Heck yeah, that's the day I like. Tomorrow I'm gonna have the pit fired up twice.
What's your
Tomorrow.
fit? What's your fit?
My fit. Oh, you guys want to see my fit? Stay tuned in our Discord. I'll go ahead and show it off. But we have a lot of injuries that just came in today, you guys. So a lot of people to look out for fantasy football. So a lot of you guys have questions on who to start, who to sit. Does my lineup look good? And I promise you that we will answer every single question that comes across our comment section. So if you guys have questions out there, don't be shy. Lay them out there. We answer every single one of them. We'll even compare your fantasy football league or your team compared to others, and we'll rate them too. So we do a little bit of everything here. Thank you all so much for the 500 subscribers that we hit on YouTube. We are giving away a Darren Bland autographed mini helmet. If y'all do not know who Darren Bland is, if you're not a Cowboys fan, he is a cornerback, second-year cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys. You have a letter of authenticity inside that helmet, if you can see right there. And there's the signature. Later on this week, or early next week, we will be releasing a YouTube short video and a TikTok on how to enter the video. It's really simple, honestly. All you got to do is find that video, like the video, comment done to the video, and if you want an extra chance of winning, you're going to have to throw some hashtag NSP on our live stream. But that's really it. It's super easy. Liam, what is up, my guy? How are you doing? Hopefully, you're going to be doing really well this weekend. I have the Chargers winning this week. I know, not a popular opinion. I get it. That's okay. But I think Austin Eckler is just a beast. But Reed,
yes.
Do you have any concerns before we get into the comments? Do you have any concerns yourself with some fantasy football?
Not currently. I don't have anybody concerned. I always feel confident about my team. If you can't have any nervousness or anxiety about this, you got to be confident in your picks.
Always. What's going on, Big Money Joe? Appreciate you being here, man. We got our first question here. Is Nick says, pick 3 half PPR: AJ Brown, CD Lamb, Calvin Ridley, or Puka Nacua. For me, I'm going to go ahead strong. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I think CD Lamb is a must start this week, right? He's going up against a weak defense against wide receivers, and I think this is the comeback game. And if it's not, then you may not see CD Lamb wanting to be with the Cowboys anymore. We saw a little taste of that. After that, you look at, really had a good game, right? Really had a good game last week. I still like AJ Brown, and I think I'd rather go. Ridley. I think Puka is a startable option here, but I think his value is just going to decrease very, very little. I think it's going to be a valuable flex option once Cooper Kupp gets the wheels rolling. But this is what I think. What do you think here, Reed?
Jags are playing the Colts. Rams are playing the Cardinals. I think AJ Brown and CD Lamb are must starts in my opinion. It really just comes down to those two. It's just a flip of the coin who you think is going to have the better day. I think who's going to be playing from behind, etc. I'm gonna go with Puka.
I don't dislike that. I think that's good. Especially you could definitely see the Rams. It's a divisional game. I could definitely see this being a close game. So airing out the ball, giving the ball to the playmaker's hands, that's a great option there. So good pick, Reed. I like it.
All right.
We got Amon-Ra St. Brown here in the building. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I'm
How's
please.
your injury going? Can we
He's
get an
fine.
update? Can we
He's
get an update?
fine.
I want it from him though.
No, he's going to be okay, Reed. I need him
Okay.
to be okay this
Okay.
week. I got him in 3 leagues.
Okay.
Um, but it says, "What's good, boys?" Question: Start two, half PPR: Evans, Olave, and Debo. That's an easy pick for me. I want to go Evans and Olave. For me, Debo
Yeah.
Samuel is like playing that game Russian roulette, right? I don't. If you don't know that game, you put a bullet inside a revolver, right? So there's five other chambers. You spin it and you click it, right? You don't know if you're gonna get shot or not. That's Debo Samuel. You know, that's Debo Samuel and George Kittle for the San Francisco 49ers, but George Kittle's a little easier to predict. You agree here?
I would agree 100%.
I love the questions, guys. Like I said, keep it up. We did just hit 500 subscribers, so we are doing a giveaway. And in order to be part of that giveaway, you have to be subscribed. And this is what we're giving away. It's an autographed mini helmet from the Dallas Cowboys. Darren Bland, second-year cornerback, absolutely free. Just subscribing doesn't cost anything for y'all. Liam says, if Saquon doesn't play tomorrow, should I play JSN, Joshua Downs, or Dante Foreman half PPR? Oh, okay. I feel like last week we gave Joshua Downs the recognition that he deserved, right? I'm not the biggest fan of Joshua Downs, but you could see him getting the targets. Najigba, I'm not too sure if he's a full go ready. I'm not ready to start him just yet. And Dante Foreman is going up against the San Francisco 49ers, but just because it is a half PPR, I wanna. Actually, oh, sorry. I'm thinking of Ford. Dante Foreman. I think you should give him a chance since he is the only running back available besides Justin Fields for the Chicago Bears. What do you think here, Reed?
I would also go with Foreman.
Yeah, we just got word today that forgot his name, Josh Johnson, right, is going to be out for the Chicago Bears, officially out. So go out there if you got Dante Foreman. Congrats on you. You obviously watched our waiver wire pick video, and you're getting a dub. Justin says Chuba or Zay Flowers PPR. Full PPR. I like Zay Flowers here. I do. I think Chuba could be a must-start guy depending on your team, right? Just because Miles Sanders is out. But I just hate that offense. I hate how horrid that offense is. We did get word that they are starting to reform that offense so it's easier on the quarterback. So Chuba may have a different play style, especially him being the only running back there, and not really have to share the ball with anyone. He will, by the way, to get a breather. He's a human, right? But Zay Flowers is wide receiver one. So I don't know. I like Zay Flowers here. They're the ones that have the early game, don't they, Reed? They,
Yes, they have the Ravens and Titans, so you got to choose now, basically, if you're going to start them.
yeah,
I would also go with Zay Flowers. I think his receptions are very good, and that helps out within PPR league. I would definitely go with Zay Flowers, and I think they're going to have that Ravens offense is going to have a little bit of bounce back week after their abysmal
they need to.
performance from
Yeah.
last week.
Hey, and the Titans, they have a great rush defense, right? So they're going to keep them there at bay, making them forcing them to throw the ball. So I like Zay Flowers there. George Play 01 says, should I trade James Cook for Aaron Jones? 100% you should trade James Cook for Aaron Jones. Hopefully you saw our buy low video. Aaron Jones is on there. He's only had one healthy game. And in that one healthy game, he scored over 25 points. And I like that a lot. So a lot of fantasy managers are frustrated, including myself, with him not being able to show up in games, being on a snap count, whatever you want to call it. But Aaron Jones is an elite fantasy player. I'm pretty sure Reed over here agrees 100%.
I 100% agree.
He has back-to-back questions. Reed, I'll let you take this one since you are a Justin Fields guy like
I
Vincent over
am
there.
not a Justin Fields guy. He fooled me into drafting him, and now I'm stuck with him in 2 of my 5 leagues. But he says starts Fields or Tua this week. So the Bears are going against the Vikings, which have an absolute abysmal, absolutely terrible defense, and the Dolphins are going against the Panthers. Also, their pass defense is good on the Panthers, I do believe. In my opinion, Tua, there's just that. I mean, the offense could drop 50 this week. You know that, right? Like, I would go with Fields. I would go with the hot hand against a really bad defense. I would go with Fields.
I don't think I would go with Fields. That's just
Yeah,
me. I'm not a Justin Fields guy, but him and our other colleague Vincent is a huge Fields guy, and he's
I'm
been looking
not.
pretty good. Vince is you're like the biggest fan I know when
I'm
it comes to
not.
Justin
He's
Fields.
absolutely garbage.
Okay, all right, if you say so.
It's a hot hand. Vikings defense sucks. That's my reasoning.
Justin says, should he start Calvin Ridley or Kenneth Walker? Honestly, I'm gonna go Kenneth Walker here. I like Kenneth Walker a lot for sure. You know that he's gonna be touching the ball a lot in that offense. Calvin really, he has his ups and downs. We did see that Zay Jones is out for this game, so that is something to look at. You're gonna see really may be able to eat, but the guy who's for sure going to eat in that offense is Christian Kirk. But one guy I'm not worried about is Walker. I'd rather not worry about one person or one player, and that will be Kenneth Walker.
That's your safe pick.
Yeah,
100%.
very safe pick. I don't understand that Jaguars offense. I really don't.
ETN's the only good part of it, like 100% as far as fantasy.
They didn't give the ball to Ingram. Just him.
No,
but
just ETN.
Cody Armour says, "What's good, boys? We are starting Jacoby Myers, James Cook, or Jordan Addison in flex full PPR." Ooh, wow, this is fun. I like this a lot.
I think we're both in between Jacoby and Jordan, right?
Yes, because we've seen James Cook up and down that roller coaster, taking 40% of the snaps, then 60% of the snaps, then 80, then back to 60. I don't know what that level point is for the Buffalo Bills. I think he's going to be stuck between that 60 to 75 range of sharing that backfield with those two other guys, which I do not like personally. But Jacoby Myers came off of a very great game. We did see Devontae Adams just a little banged up out there. I did say it's going to be solely on Jimmy G. If Jimmy G's playing, Jacoby Myers will have a good game, right? And what did he do? He had one hell of a game, over 20 points. I love our fantasy football PPR, but I think you kind of have to go Jordan Addison here, right? We haven't seen the Vikings be successful in winning games. We've seen them throwing the ball a lot. Now with their star wide receiver out, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison will fill in that wide receiver one. Not the Justin Jefferson spot, but the wide receiver one spot, because those throws that Kirk Cousins make, not every wide receiver can make those catches, and that's Justin Jefferson. He just throws it up in the air on a prayer, and Jefferson is the answer, right? I don't think Addison's there yet. Could be, but I think you guys start Addison here. He'll have the most targets out of these three guys.
Man, I really want to go with the dark horse, Jacoby Myers, just because it's a revenge game. He's going back to he's not going back to New England, but New England's coming to Las Vegas. But I think Jordan Addison is probably the better pick here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun, exciting pick. Why not just go out there and just try it out, right? You can't go wrong. Honestly, you can't. He's going to get the targets.
Yep.
Unless he gets injured, which we hope he doesn't get injured.
No.
But Randy Miller says pick 2, PPR, Waddle, Devontae, Sauce, and DJ Redder is out. Yes, we heard. Very big news. Zay Flowers and Lamar's my QB.
I'm gonna throw Waddle out for myself.
Okay.
And that keep leaves it going. The other two. Yeah. So
keep it going. I want to hear it.
What do you mean? I picked my 2. There's 3 there.
Oh, sorry. Pick 2. I thought we were picking 1. I think Waddle is on the up and up. I think I would like to see more consistency in the past games for him to be really considered to be like, okay, this guy's a start guy. I do believe he's a buy low candidate, but you got to here you're playing against matchups, right? Look at Devontae Smith. You got to play against that matchup. Look at Zay Flowers, and he's a wide receiver 1. Been saying it from the start. He's the wide receiver 1. He gets the most targets, and the Ravens may be forced to be throwing the ball all game because the Tennessee Titans have a great rush defense. So I'll pick those 2. If you want to hit a home run, I'll go Zay Flowers and Waddle, just because there's a chance that the Eagles are up by so much that they're just running the ball towards the end.
See, I think I'm predicting a big rushing game for the Dolphins, in my opinion, because they're playing against the Panthers. The good part of their Panthers defense is the pass defense, not the run defense. I think that they're going to expose them in the run.
That's absolutely right. I think Reed swayed me to that pick right there. So thank you for reminding me there. And also because I have Raheem the Dream Mostert out there scoring some touchdowns. Let's go, baby. I need him. I need him to score big here.
Poor A-Chain.
A-Chain. JT56 says Jason Sanders or Jake Moody. Okay, so Jake Moody has been kind of irrelevant these past 2 weeks just because the Niners don't settle for field goals here. They
Yeah.
just get extra. I'm not trying to gloat. I'm not trying to be cocky or whatnot.
It's
And
true.
they just haven't kicked any field goals, and sometimes it's killed me because I had Jake Moody in a few leagues. I think you might have to go Jason Sanders here. They're going up against the Browns, who have a very tough defense. If you want for sure points, Moody's going to score for sure points, at least 4 points, if that's what you're looking for. What do you think, Reed? You're the kicker guy.
I will go Moody. I think the Browns defense is going to bend. They are going to break a lot, in my opinion, but they are going to bend, not break in some circumstances. So Jake Moody is a good pick.
Nice. Randy Miller says, how do you guys cope with getting fleeced? If y'all don't know me, well, I do my best, right? I do my best not to get fleeced. I think it happens to everyone. It hardly happens to me now because I overthink a lot, but I don't handle things very well. I take things very personal and I hold grudges, and everyone knows that. I want them to remember that. I don't think I'm the right person to ask this. I think Reed's the more calm level guy.
So simply, you just don't get fleeced. That's what I do. But other than that, you punch your pillow. You try to fleece the guy back. Try to, I don't know.
Go pay him a little visit.
Yeah.
Take a bat with you.
Okay.
Ruin his life.
I don't know about that.
But SWA says, my team is a 10-man PPR league. Is Allen, Bijan, Brees, Diggs, Olave, Waddle, Pitts, Judy, Watson, Gibbs, Spears, Ertz, Rasheed. Anyone I should sell or trade for? Or is my team solid? I'm 2-3. I think you pretty much do have a solid team, but being a 10-man PPR is going to be extremely competitive. You could go out there. I would like to see a little bit more of an elite style player. I see you got Allen. People were frustrated with Bijan, right? He didn't have a great week last week, but he is the bell cow of that offense. I like Diggs on there. Brees Hall is just going to start blowing up. I'll try to get another big name wide receiver. If you are able to get a big name wide receiver or a tight end, then you're going to be pretty solid. It's going to be very hard to beat you. But that's what I would do. I would try to bundle up some guys. Christian Watson has a lot of upside.
I would bundle up Jerry, Judy, and Gibbs, in my opinion. Those are the people I would get rid of on that roster and try to swindle somebody.
Judy is a guy you need to get out of there. Gibbs, you could potentially score high by bundling those guys up. But yeah, try to package Judy inside one of those packages. It just looks disgusting for him and his situation out there in Denver. But yeah, try to get a high tier wide receiver 2 or an elite wide receiver 2. Or an elite tight end. Actually, Sam Laporta might be good because he's dealing with an injury right now. So it may be a good target for you. Yeah. Ricardo Dominguez says, who should I start on my flex PPR? Flowers, Lockett, or Gabe Davis? Oh my gosh. I hate talking about Gabe Davis. I don't hate Gabe Davis as a person.
Yeah.
As a player, I can't stand him, right? I mean, these past 3 weeks, he's been scoring touchdowns, so he's touchdown relevant.
Yep.
But how consistent can he be? Are we continuing just like, okay, Gabe Davis has been good, we're going to keep up with Gabe? Is that what we're doing here?
I think it's easy to stick with the hot hand, I think.
So you're going Gabe?
I would go Zay Flowers.
Oh, Zay Flowers. Okay. I'm going Zay Flowers too.
Gabe Davis is not a bad option.
Not a bad option. You're in a good predicament here. Lockett. I think once JSN is back, so I think the target shares could be spread out just a little bit more. Just inconsistency, what I see over there in Seattle. But I'd probably go Zay Flowers here with a possibly slight of regrets not starting Gabe Davis. But I just don't trust Gabe. I don't. It's just I hate talking about Gabe Davis. Should I start Logan Thomas or Laporta? Laporta is questionable. I think the only reason why you're asking this is because Laporta is questionable, right? So if you were to see, hey, Laporta's going to be a full go, who would you start? Probably Laporta, right?
Yeah.
For me, I still go Laporta. If he's doubtful, I would go Logan Thomas. But right now he's questionable, so just keep an eye out. If he does end up missing, so stay on top of it, right? Stay on top of it. If he does end up missing, 100% Logan Thomas. If nothing else comes up, you go Laporta. You have to.
I'm trying to look at
Liam.
game times.
Oh, Liam Quayley's back. Look at that.
What's up, Liam?
Says, hola, what's up, Liam? Liam, the other Liam might get mad. If you guys are in the comment section, don't worry. We answer every single comment. Appreciate you all being here. And remember, we are doing a giveaway. It is this Cowboys mini helmet right here, autographed by Darren Bland right there. Letter of authenticity. But remember, you do have to be subscribed to this channel. It's absolutely free. Just go out there, hit that button, and we'll see if you win. Liam, welcome back, dude. It's been a while. It says Hunter Henry or Cole Kmet for the rest of the season. I hate talking the rest of the season, especially for tight ends this year. But if I had to pick one, I'm going Cole Kmet because he's getting the targets. That's the sole reason why I'm going Cole Kmet. Don't like the offense. Don't like the Bears. I like Cole Kmet's targets. That's me. That's a lot of opportunity. You agree?
Yeah? I would 100% agree.
Thank you. Okay, I don't sound crazy then. I just, like I said, just like Gabe Davis, that's how I feel about all of the Bears offense. Says Liam Backus says Olave, Ayuk, Madison, or Hollywood, half PPR.
Are we supposed to pick one, Liam?
I believe so. I believe we're all supposed to pick one. I'm kind of stuck here. It's half PPR. I don't like this because I'm going up against Hollywood Brown, but we've seen like the past 4 weeks that he's been consistently getting 15. He said pick one.
Okay, pick one.
So, yeah.
Olave, Ayuk, Madison, or Hollywood. I would go Ayuk. That's my hot hand of the year, in my opinion. Yeah, I would go Ayuk.
I think that's the safe pick. And it's kind of weird saying a Niners player or Niners wide receiver as a safe pick, right? But Ayuk has just been killing it. And as a 49ers fan, I feel 100% confident that the ball is going to be thrown and caught in Ayuk's hands more than 3 times. So I don't like that. And every time you throw in the ball, it's like a over 10 yards. So I like that a lot. I like his yards per route. Ricky AA says Dante Foreman or Antonio Gibson. Gibson just got 6 targets. I know, right? Gibson did get 6 targets, but I like how they use him in the red zone. I do, right? Whenever they are in the red zone, Antonio Gibson is in, and that's super fun to watch. I just don't like watching the rest of the game with him not being in there or him not being that involved. I kind of like Dante Foreman here. But do you really trust the running backs out there in Chicago?
I would go Dante Foreman.
You going Dante Foreman?
Yes.
I don't
trust Gibson week to week.
Yeah, Gibson week to week is just hard to trust. If you look at the Chicago Bears, I got to remind myself who they're playing up against. They're playing against the Vikings, who don't have the greatest defense out there. I'm going to go with Dante Foreman. I talked about him in my waiver wire video. I'm just going to stick with it. Mr. Vengeance says, would you guys give up Jefferson for Etienne and Thielen? As of right now, like if you need to win games right now, I'll say yes. But Etienne, I love that guy in the trade. Adam Thielen, I love it, but I'm just not confident if he's going to stay consistent for the rest of the season. That's why I'm kind of iffy about it. Now, there's a chance that he does, right? There's a chance that he stays getting 14 to 16 points every single game like he's been doing. And if he does, you won that trade 100%. But if you need to win right now, yes, go for it. Do it. If you need depth, do it. But I try to get maybe just a tad bit more. I don't know. What do you think here, Reed?
I like it a little bit. I would agree with everything AJ said. I'm also a Justin Jefferson owner, and I'm potentially looking at maybe trading him away just because I don't know what the status is. Yeah, well, we'll talk. We'll talk
after the show.
All right. But I'm okay with it.
All right. Hey, you like Panda Express, right? I'll Whataburger. I'll send you
Hmm?
some. You like Whataburger, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Just send me your address, bro. Just want to send some.
Okay.
Just being
Yeah,
friends. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
totally up for bribery.
Oh, cool. Ricky says Green Bay going to draft a running back high. They should if they want to be a running team.
Yeah, 100%. We need to draft a running back next year. It's a
Yeah.
sore spot.
Rave says, I sent a $5 dono through Twitch. I don't know if it went through. I could go ahead and check through our other. I don't know why we don't get notifications like that here on. We use StreamYard. So it's kind of all over the place. But Rave, dude, appreciate it. I know you talked about doing that last time, but thank you so much, Rave. Appreciate the dono. We'll give you a little shout out. Might just do something nice for you. We'll send something out, maybe a nice little cap like that. NSP Fantasy, check that out. Working on a shop here, so stay tuned.
I can't get one of those.
No, he can't. It's exclusive for NSP Gold members, of course. Liam Beck says Rave is the man. Yes, he is the man. I had a deal with him a couple of days ago, Liam. Yeah, that's when I absolutely swatted him on Counter-Strike. SWA says Waddle or Olave rest of the season. Me and JJ owner are talking about a trade where I give Olave or Waddle. Brees Hall, and Christian Watson for AJB, Josh Jacobs, and JJ. Not sure how serious JJ injury is. It's kind of weird, right? Looking to see what they're looking like, and with how bad they're doing, we might see a quarterback switch, and that's something that we don't want to see. For JJ's production, I think JJ will come back after the IR and just kill it like he always does. But if I had to give up one, I think they're both in the same boat. I would probably give up Waddle just because doesn't matter what happens, there's already a wide receiver one over there in Miami, right? And that is Tyreek Hill. And they throw the ball a lot. They just got Claypool, who's going to be used as a tight end. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot to Achane, to Raheem Mostert. Over there in New Orleans, Olave is the wide receiver one. And these past 2 weeks, it's been kind of frustrating. But we haven't seen Derek Carr fully healthy. And so I would like to have a wide receiver one more than a wide receiver two, even though Waddle does produce like a wide receiver one when he's going. But I think either or you're going to be winning this trade. But if you can, they both have late season upside, so I wouldn't mind either or. I'd probably swing with Waddle. What do you think here?
I agree with you.
Justice Shepard. Hey, dude, appreciate you being here live on the channel. Thank you so much. I think it's your first time, so appreciate you, man. Hit that subscribe button if you're feeling generous. Also, to win our giveaway, this little cowboy helmet you see back here, we're giving this away absolutely free. You just have to be subscribed and be on the lookout for our next YouTube short. It says, would you guys give up Jefferson for ETN? Oh, we just answered that, right? I think we did. Mr. Vengeance says, would you guys give a oh, okay, so you came from Twitch all the way to YouTube. Hey, dude, appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Like I said, we answer every single question. We do have a lot of questions lined up, so we're going to try to get to all of them as fast as we can, but we also want to provide a good explanation, so it's not just like, oh, okay, I guess I'll pick this guy, so you can see how we're thinking, and we can grow together. SWA says, and also, do I start Pitts or Ertz? Oh man, I knew the Pitts question was coming. He had a great week last week, and do we want to go Pitts here? I think we do, right?
I will go Pitts.
He's coming off a hot game, but just don't be surprised if you get absolutely just fleeced out of that pick. I mean, if I was in your situation, I'd go Pitts just because of the week they had last week. They're still trying to figure out that offense, and that one seemed to be working, so hopefully they keep that up. Liam says 10-man PPR. T-Law, Stroud, Bijan, Jacobs, Cup, Devontae, Kmet, really? JT, Pierce, Sutton, JSN, Dell. Who should I trade away and trade for? I'm 2-3. Dang, dude, you're 2-3. Just wait till your team actually starts going. They're going to get going, man. I know you've been frustrated with someone like Trevor Lawrence. I know you've been frustrated with Josh Jacobs. Cooper Kupp just came back. Devontae Smith has been on a roller coaster. Honestly, I would package up Devontae Smith because he's a big name. And I'll probably package up Tank Dell because he still has some name value and out there to get an even better wide receiver or get an elite wide receiver too. So I'll package those guys up just because Devontae Smith has a name and Tank Dell still has a little bit of value. in there, people are going to bite at it, right? People want Devontae Smith. He's not a bad guy to have on your team, but I think you could definitely upgrade from that. What do you think here, Rito?
Yeah, you definitely package away Dell. I would get rid of Sutton, in my opinion, and JSN for some people who have starting ability. All those three guys I wouldn't start on a week-to-week basis on my teams. But yeah, if you want to package away Devontae Smith, I'm okay with that also.
Cap for Life, thank you for coming back, my guy. Always appreciate your questions. He says, gentlemen, I'm asking this for the 15th time. Foreman, DeMarcado, or Palmer? Thanks, bros. Hey, if you're asking this for the 15th time, you're probably having some unfortunate luck out there in other YouTube live streams or whatnot. And as I said before, I know you're still inside the comment section. I see you down here. We do get to every single comment, which I know that you know. So I appreciate you taking the time, joining our live stream, and asking us this question. So who do we start here?
I believe he needs to start 2 here with his comment later. So we got to pick 2. I would go Foreman and DeMarcado, I think.
I'm also going Foreman DeMarcado. Okay. I'm not saying DeMarcado is going to come in and become a James Conner. He's not, but he will carry a heavy workload on that offense. Palmer, I do expect him to be the wide receiver too. And this would have been an easy yes, start Palmer if he had a great week 2 weeks ago. He's coming off a bye week, so maybe they adjusted him in. But I still expect Quentin Johnston to get some of the workload away from him as well. Keenan Allen's going to be the wide receiver 1. Foreman and DeMarcado will be the starting running backs for their teams this week. I say you go with the starters here, but don't be surprised if Palmer has a good week. But if I was in your position, if that was my team, I'm choosing those 2 guys. Thank you for the question, man. Ricky says, Thielen and D. Adams are tied in fantasy points. Yes, dude, it is nuts. Like I said, I love Adam Thielen, and I hope people listen to me preseason. I know Reed was against me this whole preseason. He just left because he knows what's coming. I was like, go out there, pick up Adam Thielen. What?
I'm just sick as heck. That's all.
Oh man, dude, I appreciate you being here, Reed.
Yeah.
Appreciate these guys appreciate it as well. But remember me, I was talking about Adam Thielen all off season. Go get this guy. He's going to be the best friend for that rookie quarterback. And look at him, man. He's killing it. I just hope he stays that way rest of the season. He's just a stud. Yeah, he's answering for an earlier question. Go get Etienne and Thielen. Yeah, I think we agreed to go out there and get him. I just hope he's like that for the rest of the season. Thielen is on the rise. Sanders is out. Yeah, Sanders is out. So you're going to have Chuba Hubbard take on that load. I don't know how he's going to look. Get that man Red Lobster. Notorious says, GG Reed. I think you guys went up against each other.
Kicked his butt last week. That's what happened.
I don't know what this means. Notorious says, bear down, of course, always. Oh my gosh, we got some trolls here. We always read the trolls just because it's fun. It says, why play fantasy football instead of
banned him? Sorry.
Wait, what?
What?
You banned him?
Yeah, man.
Why would you ban him?
Look at his last name. That's why.
Lepu. Oh, you think is one of them those guys? Oh my goodness! Now I lost where I'm at. Here we go. Hanson Hoang. I think I said that right. Hopefully I did. Says Henry or Kyron Williams rest of the season PPR. I'm gonna go Kyron Williams here. I like Derrick Henry. He is the king, right? But when he's splitting that backfield 50-50, that doesn't look that great. And we've seen in the past, he's only productive if the Tennessee Titans are doing well. Now, how much are we willing to bet that the Tennessee Titans are going to be doing well every single game moving forward? Not saying they can't. I'm saying they could possibly do that, but that's what you're betting on. I love Henry, but Kyron Williams, I think he's a must-start rest of the season.
Yep, I would agree with you, AJ. Notorious says you can do both. You guys talking about a troll. 2 are exclusive. It was a loaded question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Joshua says Stroud or Goff, Addison or Evans. Oh man, I don't like Jared Goff. I've never been a fan of him, but he does go out there. He gets fantasy points. We've seen him just get stuck at times. I got to remind myself who the Texans are going up against here.
Texans are going against the Saints.
That's a tough defense. Are we wanting to go Goff here
I will go
against the
Goff.
Buccaneers? I think the safer pick is Goff. I think the home run hitter is Stroud. I would go Addison over Evans. Evans is coming off of a bye week, also coming off of an injury. I like Evans a lot, but Addison is going to be that wide receiver one. He's going to be demanding those targets. I think that's a safer bet as well. Like I said, you guys, we did some research, and over 75% of our viewers are not subscribed. So if you guys are watching, if you guys are commenting, we do answer every single question. Please go out there, hit that subscribe button. It is absolutely free. Just give us a chance. That's all it counts for. And plus, there's a small little giveaway here if you are interested. Rafe says Garrett Wilson or London was my question on the dono. Okay. That's weird that we don't see that. Pretty soon we will be able to see more with YouTube. I think after so many watch hours, we're going to be able to get super chats. So we'll be able to publish you guys. It's pretty cool. We'll get to that. Okay, so Garrett Wilson or London, who do we want to go with here? Are we trusting Garrett Wilson?
I'll trust Garrett Wilson over Drake London any day.
Drake London did have a decent game last week. Are we liking that?
I'm still going Garrett Wilson.
Okay, I guess we're going Garrett Wilson over here. It's a disgusting situation, but Garrett Wilson, they're going to have to pass the ball a lot this game. So,
yep.
Goff and Addison, if he plays. Look at that. Cat for life. He agrees with us. Michael says, hey, guys, start Barkley with that broken O-line or James Cook. That's if Barkley plays. He is questionable right now. And if I'm Saquon Barkley, I have no motivation to come back and play, right? The Giants aren't playing for anything. Daniel Jones, who they paid all the money instead of Saquon Barkley, is not playing. He's out with a neck injury. That O-line is just horrendous. What do you do here in this situation? I won't be surprised if he doesn't play.
I'm trying to look at game time. So we won't know if Saquon plays until like 3 or 4 o'clock, which is not ideal at all. While James Cook is playing at, where do the Bills play? Cannot find it. Sorry, guys.
That's all good, dude. I was just gonna say, if Saquon Barkley is playing, I think you have to start him. Because they can't do anything with Matt Breida. You know, unless you're in a full PPR, you might have some upside with James Cook. But I'd still go Saquon Barkley if he's playing. If he's going to be on a snap count,
they're playing the same game. That's why I couldn't find it. So you would know. So you can make the decision at 3 o'clock. If they're both healthy, I say start Saquon. If he isn't able to play, then start James Cook, obviously.
There you go.
There you go.
Cody says, I'm probably going to hold off on trading DJ Moore until after this matchup with the Vikings. But when that happens, that wide receiver, would you consider trading him for? Go out there and go get Jay Jettas right now. Go get Jay Jettas. People are freaking out about him. That's the guy you got to get. Go get Keenan Allen. Go get yourself. If DJ Moore has one hell of a game here, then everyone's viewing him as a rest of the season elite wide receiver that you must start every single week. And I don't think that's him. So go out there, get yourself someone else who is elite, or go get yourself a running back who is elite or is producing in an elite way. If you know, bro. Michael with another question says, my opponent has no one in the late Sunday and Monday games. So I'll know what points they have before the Sunday night. And that's always...
That helps.
That is awesome, right? Over here, when you know you're going to win, you know that is chorizo time, dude. That's what we call it over here. Or at least that's what I call it.
That's what you call it.
Okay. Thanks for having my back, Reed. I want to jump up here real quick to Big Money Joe's comment. It says, AJ, the Giants are playing for something. They're playing for the number 1 draft pick. I love it, man. We just saw this one. Cody says, Schefter says Jay Jettas is expected to be sidelined for 4 to 6 weeks, by the way. So 4 weeks for sure because of the IR. Missing an extra 2 weeks, that's
rough.
It is rough. I mean, if Schefter says that, they has some leeway, right? I will go out there and say this. I know we're YouTubers. Well, I don't want to consider us YouTubers because we haven't even hit 1,000 subscribers yet, which you guys can help us with that. But with YouTubers going out there and saying, Jay Jettas trade him now. He has no value. He's going to be out for 6 weeks. You got to remember, they're not really doctors. They're going out there for clicks, for likes. They're going to go out there and be like, with a big old thumbnail, Jay Jettas out rest of the season. You trade him. And That's what gets people to like and subscribe and like, hey, come back. Here, you're going to get the full on. If people like Schefter are saying that, then you may keep that on your radar, right? But if, let's say, just Jay Jettis comes back after 4 weeks, you know he's going to kill it. Look at everyone who waited with Cooper Kupp. He's killing it right now. So it's a little food for thought. People trading DJ Moore will be sorry. You think so, Notorious? I hope I'm wrong about it. I hope they have a gem over there, but I don't know. I'm not falling for it right now. Turn me into a believer. I think DJ Moore is a top 10 wide receiver, but Fields cannot be trusted. DJ Moore is a top 10 wide receiver. He's a very talented individual. I don't want to put all the blame on Justin Fields, but it's that offense and that play style, right? That's just me. Good thing you are drafting Fields then.
Trading.
Big question. Oh, sorry. Trading. Yeah. Big question on Goff is if ASRB is playing. Yes. Amon-Ra St. Brown has no designation for injury, so he will be out there. He will be playing. Definitely need that this week. Got him in so many leagues. Big Money Joe says, would you sit Waller since Jones is injured, or do you think backup QB will use him as a safety blanket? I also have Ertz. They might be. I think the backup is Tyrod Taylor over there, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
so
correct.
Tyrod Taylor for the Giants. He could potentially be using Waller. He could also be using Barkley if he's healthy. He could be using any other guy out there. It's just the uncertainty, right? If you want to hit the home run, I think Waller has a possibility to do that. If not, I think you just go with the safety, and that's Zach Ertz. Oh, Cody already has Jay Jettas. So you wait it. It's okay, bro. If you want to go out there, if you feel uncertain, remember, this is your team. This is not our team. If you are feeling uncertain, I go out there and try to trade him for some big loads.
Yes.
Big loads.
Don't sell low.
No. Marcos Valdez says, Waller questionable. Pick up Jake Ferguson, Ertz, or Logan Thomas to start this week. Half PPR. Thank you. I'm surprised those guys are available. Someone like Zach Ertz and Logan Thomas. Those guys have been popping off recently. I think a lot of people are going with Ertz this week, right? Jake Ferguson should have a better game. They are going up against the Chargers, right? But do you really want to be waiting at Monday night? I know that doesn't play a tremendous factor in fantasy football, but for me, I feel uncomfortable and I don't like waiting, especially on a tight end. I'd probably go Zach Ertz here, but Jake Ferguson should be a good start as well. What do you think here, Rito?
I'll go Jake Ferguson, Logan Thomas, then Ertz.
Well, there you go. Hope that helped you out. Big Money Joe says Reed needs to call it quesito time.
There we go.
Say it. Say quesito time.
Quesito time.
I like that. I think that should be, yeah. We're going to give you a shirt that says that. Cap for Life says, that guy makes a great point. That's why I'm considering Palmer for Monday nights. Oh, man. What guy makes a great point?
Which one?
He says, that guy makes a great point. That's why I'm considering Palmer for Monday nights. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What guy makes a great point? I don't know. But yeah, Palmer, like I said, he's supposed to be that wide receiver too. He was supposed to step in for Mike Williams. We'll see what happens, right? He still has time. He could possibly do so. Like I said, I won't be surprised if he goes out there and scores 16 points as the wide receiver too for the Chargers. Cap says, I'm stacking him with Dicker the Kicker. Heck yeah, man. That dude gets some fantasy points. Jelly of the Month says, half PPR Chuba or risk it and go Saquon. Could drop Chuba for the Lat Murray pivot, or other option, drop Chuba and grab and play Foreman. Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to get the same risk when it comes to playing Chuba Hubbard, playing Foreman. If Saquon Barkley plays, I'd rather go Saquon Barkley. But Chuba Hubbard, I think I trust Chuba a little bit more than Foreman, just because they do utilize their running backs over there in Carolina within the passing game. And with Miles Sanders out, you could definitely see Chuba Hubbard taking a lot of that load, especially if you're in half PPR, you could be getting some targets, and that's something you're going to be liking very, very much. What do you think here, Reed?
I would go with Chuba. I would wait to see because that's an early game. Saquon doesn't play until later. You won't know his injury status. See if you have an injury status before then. If you don't, I would go ahead and start Chuba. You don't want to sit with 0 points on the board because you waited too long, and now you got Saquon on there who's not playing. So I would say start Chuba, and hopefully you get an injury status on Saquon before that.
Very nice, very nice. Even Cody agrees with us here. He says, "Do not start Palmer." Hey, man, it's just he was supposed to show out 2 weeks ago. He didn't. So, did he ruin his chances? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what Quincy Johnson could do. If that guy pops off, he's going to be a wide receiver too moving forward. But Big Money Joe says, "Is it safe to drop McLaughlin now?" I do want to do a little bit of. We saw something, right? We're watching the game together and McLaughlin started off, got the first snap, right? Boom, ran the ball, and then it was just kind of it was a 3-back committee over there at Denver. I think it's just a horrible situation. I don't like what's going on over there. I would say he is droppable. You agree here, Reed?
Yeah, I would drop him.
Cool, cool. I wanted to see if I could find his stats real quick. I wanted to comment on that. He only had 6 points last game. He had 7 rush attempts and 2 targets. That's just he's sharing the ball way too much. You don't want to be in that situation. Who's the starting back in Arizona, Ingram or DeMarcado? I think it's going to be DeMarcado. And Mari DeMarcado is going to be the guy who's starting. He's going to take a heavy workload. He's not going to be a James Conner out there. Ingram should dabble a little bit in that workload. I'm not expecting him to dabble too much in that, but it's going to be DeMarcado. Cody says, start mixing Amari or Addison in the flex. I think it's Addison. Are we questioning Addison here? We've been getting a lot of Addison questions today, haven't we, Reed?
I think he's probably just 100% owned in all leagues by now because of the Justin Jefferson injury. In this situation, I think I'm going to go with Amari Cooper. I think Amari Cooper, I know he's had some bad weeks where he's been disappointing, but I think he's going against the Niner defense. Never mind. I just remembered I fought the Niners. Sorry. I would go with Addison, but I would also want to dabble in Mitson a little bit. But I would go Addison here.
I'm going to say this about Addison. This is why I'm so confused, you guys, because besides 1 week, and that was week 4 against Carolina, I'm not too sure what happened. I think he got injured, right? But besides week 4, he hasn't had a game under 11 points. Addison. And now he's a wide receiver 1. So I'm kind of confused. I want to understand. Are we worried about Addison? Leave it down in the comment section. I want to see. Jolton Shock says, did I win this trade? Traded Saquon, Godwin, Ingram for Jay Jettas and Ferguson. I still have Pollard, Karen Williams, Kamara, and running back Keenan, Puka, Myers. Oh, wow, that's a really good team. I like that a lot. But you traded Saquon and Godwin and Ingram for Jettas and Ferguson. I like that you went out there. You got yourself some Jay Jettas. Who wouldn't want to do that? I think you traded injury for injury, right? Saquon's out there. We don't know what's going to happen, what his situation looks like. I like Ingram. I like Ingram as a tight end. He's been consistent. Had one bad week, and that was last week. Godwin's been somewhat consistent. If Jay Jettas comes back and he's healthy, I say, yeah, that's a win right there. But look at it right now. I'm very hesitant on it. What do you think here, Reed?
Yeah, the whole injury aspect, not knowing exactly how many weeks he's going to be out, is the hard thing for JJ. I'm going to say you want it, but it also looks like a lateral trade a little bit.
There could be some major consequences.
I would, if I got that, I would accept it also, if I'm being honest.
But seeing your oh, I'm sorry. That's why I was freaking out about Ingram, because I totally dismissed that you have Laporta. But seeing your team, I'm not worried about it. You know, you're looking for late game, and if JJ comes back, you're just going to kill it. You're just going to crush the league. Cap for Life says, I'm going to McCardle and Foreman. Nice, man. Nice. Jelly of the Month says, thanks. PPR hold injured Hold injured Jeff Wilson or drop to snag Josh Downs for wide receiver 6. You usually start 4 wide receivers, JSN, wide receiver 5, and prob holding since could be around 7 keeper. Wow, dude, you must be in a super deep league if you're out there holding Jeff Wilson Jr. I'm not too crazy about Jeff Wilson Jr. He did play last year. We saw that share in the backfield. I don't think Jeff Wilson will have that heavy workload, especially this upcoming week. He's being evaluated. I don't think he's even going to play.
He's doubtful right
Yeah,
now, Jeff
he's
Wilson.
doubtful. So why rush him back? Right? He doesn't play this week. You may be able to pick him up the following week. Even if someone else picks him up, he's going to have a horrible game because he's going to be limited on snaps. And then even if he does have a horrible game, the following week, he's going to come back and maybe do decent. And then you're going to have him for what, 2 weeks before Achan comes back? So you're looking at a 2-week productivity. If there's productivity for Jeff Wilson Jr., I say you go out there and you go snag some Josh Downs.
I'm cool with it.
Nice. Cody says, would you start Joe Mixon over Kyron Williams then?
No.
I like Kyron Williams still. Kyron Williams is going up against the Arizona Cardinals defense. I could definitely see a game where the Rams are ahead of the Cardinals and just trying to run the ball out. Kyron Williams, I think he's a must-start rest of the season. Joe Mixon, I think he has a lot of upside and could potentially be that elite fantasy guy, right? But we haven't seen that yet. He does get the touches that he needs, but we haven't seen that quite yet. So, yeah, I'll start Kyron Williams. Joe says, I figured I didn't need depth and getting a top wide receiver for playoff time. Yeah, like I said, I did take into perspective your bench at the time. Looking back at your bench, I'm like, dude, yeah, you take this trade. Go out there, man. You definitely won. So good for you. Looking for the late season. I like it a lot. Says thanks, by the way. Hey, no, thank you for joining us live. Like I said, a lot of our viewers, over 75% of our viewers are not subscribed. So if you guys are here, if you're asking us questions, we'll still answer every single question out there. Please go out there. I encourage you, hit that subscribe button. It is absolutely free. Especially right now, we are getting heavily involved in the giveaway game. We're giving away an autographed mini helmet. This is a Darren Bland, second-year quarterback from the Cowboys. Autograph mini helmet. We're giving this away absolutely free. All you have to do is be subscribed and be on the lookout for our next YouTube short. And with all these fantasy questions, you guys, like I said, if you guys have any further questions, join our Discord. It's an absolutely free app. People ask us questions there all the time. We answer it no matter what. The link is in our description. Remember, the app is called Discord. Discord, super free. A lot of our followers are out there. Go out there, feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. But wow, we finally caught up with all of our questions. That was fun. I don't know if we're going to get any more questions. I do see we have 13 live viewers at the moment. So if y'all have anything else out there, just hit us up. It says, saw that Victor W. Alley opponent, not real. Saw that Victor W. Alley. What is that?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. I'm trying to refrain to hear. But I don't know. If I'm kind of confused here. If you could explain a little further, we'll go ahead and put it out there. But going forward to some more injuries, Reed, a lot of people talked about Zay Flowers, right? Zay Flowers, the wide receiver 1, which not a lot of people know that right now, for the Baltimore Ravens. OBJ's been dealing with the injury, and also Rashad Bateman's been dealing with injury. Now, in my not so pro opinion, I do believe that both Rashad Bateman and OBJ are droppable players.
Yes.
Do you see any way that we see those guys come back and be productive for fantasy football?
I do not. OBJ, he's injury prone. I think, and I think our corner last week, they told OBJ to stay home and be a father. Basically, that he's too old in this league now. Go start a family, be a father, etc. I don't think he said be a father, but he said go be home. Which is because he's too old for this league now, and he has not stayed up at the times, unfortunately, with his injuries. I think OBJ is 100% drop. He might have a pop-up game. NFL will go wild. They'll hype him up just because it's OBJ. He's back, whatever. And then Rashad Bateman, what we consistently see from him, he's got talent. He's got plenty of talent as a wide receiver, but he's just not consistent. With his catching, he has a lot of drops. He's just not playing very well. If he gets the ball in his hands, he's explosive. But the problem is getting the ball in his hands. Zay Flowers is the only consistent part of that Ravens offense, other than Lamar Jackson, who throws a lot of interceptions. I think Zay Flowers is a solidified wide receiver number one there.
Sweet. I'm looking over here at our notifications on YouTube, and we have a question on one of our videos that we released yesterday, some buy low videos. And I'm going to go ahead and create a banner of it so we can answer it here live before I go in there. But this was a question. Would you trade Kyren Williams for CeeDee Lamb? This question was asked by a Brady Mac 2158. He asked this 23 minutes ago. We're going to answer it here first before we actually get into it. But honestly, no, I wouldn't trade him. I do want to get CeeDee Lamb on my team, but I would not give up Kyren Williams, for I see him as a must-start running back rest of the season.
Yeah, I agree with you, AJ. Kyren Williams. CD has not shown me enough for this season that he can be he's a start every week just because of the name, in my opinion. But he's not going to get you those 15 points per week from what I have seen so far. Kyren Williams, I think he's a consistent, going to get you the points type of guy. I would not give that up. See if he get traded, double up a couple bench players, in my opinion, for CD.
Nice. Like I said, we did catch up with all of our questions. I think that's all we got for today. So I appreciate everyone being here. Reed, do you have anything else before we head out?
No. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. As we have said before, we are doing a giveaway. Monday, we will release the details, a TikTok, a short, etc., on how to enter into that. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube so you can see the short, and then follow us on TikTok. We put a lot of good, funny content out there. We're kind of TikTokers, you know. AJ, one of AJ's video went viral, so we're legit. So go follow us on that so you can get a cool signed mini helmet from the Cowboys, David Bland.
Darren Bland.
It's worth $90, right? So if you don't like the player, we'll give it to you for free if you win, and you get to sell it away, all right? But if you're a Cowboy fan, I bet you would love that thing.
Heck yeah. But appreciate every single one of y'all being here. And as always, until next time, keep on grinding.